And I was just thinking, are you freaking kidding me? Are you serious? You want me to balance on a beach ball that's just made of air?
So find a way to.
Hello, beautiful fellow lightworkers. My name is Monica, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to make your life easier using the law of attraction. So I'm going to share with you what I've learned in my life experience and my journey and what has helped me, and hopefully this might help some of you guys too. And the first way I'm going to say is to start changing your talk, change your self-talk, and change your way of thinking. And that might seem obvious, I guess, but as we know with the law of attraction, it all starts with our thoughts, what we choose to think, and then that influences how we feel, and how we feel influences our behavior, certain traits that we have, our personality, and the actions that we feel inspired to take in life. I would say what has helped me the most is eliminating the word hard from my vocabulary as much as possible, except for maybe if you're using it in the sense of describing like an object, like if you pick up something like a crystal and you're like, wow, that's really hard, or it's solid, whatever. In that sense, describing something in a physical aspect, but not when it comes to doing something. And I'll give you a personal example. The first and only time I ever tried surfing, when I had my surfing lesson a few years ago when I was in Portugal on vacation, and the instructor was super high vibe, super woke, and this was before I had my spiritual awakening, so I was not on that level of consciousness as him, and I honestly thought he was kind of weird. I didn't really get him. I was just like, this guy's kind of strange, but whatever. So the very first thing I see when we get to the surfing lesson is he has these two surfboards that are on a inflated beach ball. And he told us, me and my husband, he told us that we were going to have to balance on this beach ball. I was just like, are you freaking kidding me? You want me to balance on a beach ball that's full of air? Like, I have no balance, I have no coordination, and I was really self-conscious about my weight, knowing that I'm overweight for my height and BMI and all that stuff, and I just imagined that I was going to try to stand on this thing and the ball was going to immediately just pop, and I was going to be like so embarrassed just standing there. So my initial reaction, the words that actually came out of my mouth to him was, oh my God, that's gonna be so hard. And he looked at me and he said, no, like, don't say it's gonna be hard. Like, say it's gonna be easy, or say it's gonna be something. I don't remember exactly what he said. And I was just like, yeah, okay. And to my surprise, I stood on that surfboard balancing on a beach ball, and I felt so accomplished. I was really proud of myself. And after he had said that, and after I had accomplished that task, it reminded me of something my mom used to always tell me when I was growing up. Every time I would say, oh no, I don't want to do that, it's going to be too hard, my mom would say, Monica, don't say hard. Don't use the word hard. Use the word challenging. And I didn't really get what the big deal was at the time when my mom told me that. I'm just like, it's a word. Why does it matter if I say the word hard? But the truth is that words are energy, just like everything else in existence. It's energy. And words evoke a certain emotion for us. There are high vibrational words and there are low vibrational words. And the word hard, I would say, is low vibrational when it comes to performing a certain task and we think it's going to be hard. Because the moment we think something's going to be hard, a lot of times people will give up before they even try. Like my example with surfing and the beach ball. I could have said, no, that's going to be too hard, and not even give it a try. Like, I've already decided in my mind, I'm going to quit before I even start. And that is what can hold us back from doing a lot of things that we actually want to do or would really benefit us from doing. And it keeps us in our comfort zone, and it doesn't allow us to grow and expand as a person. So when my mom said the word challenging, it made me think later on as I was growing up that I do like that word better because it kind of sounds like a puzzle or a mystery or something fun, something more fun than, oh, this is just going to be hard. Like a scavenger hunt or just pieces of clues to put together. It makes it a lot less daunting by saying it's going to be a challenge, because with the challenge we're thinking there's a solution to this. I just need to put some effort into figuring out what that's going to be. Maybe I need to sit here and brainstorm some solutions. And I've come to look at a lot of things in my life like that now. When something quote unquote goes wrong, or I have some undesirable result to something that I'm trying to do, I think, okay, here are all the options. And I will list all the options, whether it's out loud or writing it down or telling someone. I will list everything, no matter how crappy the solution may sound. Because I'm like, okay, there's always a choice. We always have a choice, even if all the choices seem shitty. Like, we always have a choice, right? So I will think, okay, well, here's a solution, here's a solution, here's a solution. Which is going to be the best one? And then sometimes I'll keep thinking of more. And so I think of these problems in my life now kind of as a fun challenge, a fun puzzle to solve. And that has resulted in more positivity when it comes to the way I think. And it lifts my mood. I feel like I'm not lowering my vibration by getting down and out about it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm rising to the challenge. So that helps to lift my vibration. And then that also allows me to be open to receiving creative ideas and for getting inspired to take some sort of action that's going to help resolve the situation. I still catch myself even now thinking, oh, I don't want to clean the house, it's going to be hard. And then I'm like, it's not going to be hard. It's going to be easy. It's going to be faster than I think it's going to be. It's just going to go better than expected. And when I start to have that kind of shift, and it may feel like you're lying at first to yourself, but once you kind of have that shift and you look at it from that way, I've noticed that it does seem a lot easier and it seems faster. Sometimes I'll be cleaning and then I'll be like, whoa, I'm already done with this, instead of just sulking in my mind like, I don't want to do this, this is so stupid, man, I wish I had a maid. You know what I mean? Like, just thinking all of these other things like, why me? I don't want to do this sucks. And having a really bad attitude, because I feel like when we have a bad attitude, things that we don't really want to do just seem that much worse. In a sense, it just feels even more like a drag. So it really is about attitude. It's about the way we respond to situations in our life. It's about the words we use, the thoughts that we think, the actions that we take. And I feel like with the law of attraction, this will attract better circumstances than we may have initially anticipated. Or even, like I said, something as small as cleaning, something that, most of us don't really like to do. And I have noticed when I would think, oh, this is going to be hard, this is going to suck, something more would happen that would make the cleaning experience like more drawn out. For instance, I remember a few times actually and I only do like a deep clean like once a week. And no matter where we're living, it happened a few times where one of my dogs got sick on the day that I was cleaning. So let's say I had just swept and mopped, and then my dog just throws up everywhere, like all over the floor. Then they have diarrhea all over the floor, and I'm just like, why? Like, I just cleaned this. Why am I doing double work? So I do feel like when I had a bad attitude about it, something would come up that would make it that much worse in a sense. So like more difficult than it needed to be in the first place. So I felt like I attracted those situations versus when I have a good attitude about it and then I'm like, oh, this is not as bad as I thought it was, or it's easier than I thought it was going to be. I want to share one more piece of advice that I just remembered, and it's from the YouTuber named Tanny Raw. And I've heard her say that it's not hard, it's just different. So keep doing the thing that is different until it's not different anymore. This reminds me of how I felt when I transitioned to a vegan lifestyle about 5 years ago. I remember thinking it was going to be so hard to give up all of my favorite foods because I had been eating meat and dairy and eggs and using non-cruelty free products for so long that it was going to be hard to give all of that up and to have to find new things and do all the research. And then I discovered that it actually wasn't that hard, and I just kept doing it consistently over and over again. And after a few months, it just became normal for me. I don't even give it a second thought. Alright, that is my video for today. I hope you enjoyed my little life hack of making your life easier. I definitely invite you to give this a try and see over time. It could take some time because, you know, we're programmed pretty heavily with our old ways and our old beliefs, but if you really give this a try, even if it feels very uncomfortable at first because you're like, I'm telling myself this is going to be easy or that this is just going to be challenging, but it really still feels like it's going to be hard and I'm not going to like it. And you may not like it still, but at least I think it will make the situation a lot easier, a lot smoother, and it will just go more in your favor or go better than you expected. Thank you all for being here today, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.